fucking unbelievable, man. How good they are. How well coached they are. No wonder this guy was cranking out O-linemen at Alabama. You know what? I have to do more homework on him. Where his fundamentals come from. This guy's like Alex Gibb. Jesus Christ. He is the equivalent of Jim Johnson. Jeff Stoutland is the equivalent of Jim Johnson. Hour number 2, National Football Show. Your boy Big Sills. Don't forget, bottom of the hour, 4:30 Eastern Time, we'll have our friend Gary Cobb from Fox 29. We'll get his observations. And again, in that first hour, the reason that I laid it out like that for you is because you're so close. You're close. Don't let it go through your fingertips because of shitty coaching. Do not. My God almighty. Hey, it's one thing for a player to get beat deep. It's another thing to have a coach put you in a bad position and he costs you a game. I don't mind players getting beat, man. I mean, it happens. That's why it's the NFL. That guy gets paid too. That guy gets paid too. You know, I tell my daughter that all the time. My daughter plays D1 rugby. And she's like, damn, Dad, that player from UCLA made plays on me. I'm like, well, welcome to big time sports, Danielle. They got a scholarship too. You know, I mean, they're on scholarship too. They're good too. The objective is to have more good plays than them. I mean, hey, it's one thing in high school where you're killing everybody, right? She's like, yeah, it's a little different. I go, yeah, you're playing BYU, Arizona State, Arizona, Penn State, them places. A little different, right? She's like, yeah. I go, the level's changed. Be prepared. They're going to show up and play you. You're so close. Actually, you're probably thinking that I'm down on the team. When, to me, just so I make sure you understand, I think you're really close. I think you're really close to doing something special this year. I really do. You have it within your... How about this? Let's line up, before I get into the topics here, head coach DC, Dean, and Gary Cobb at the bottom of the hour. How would I feel about the Eagles going against the Rams in an NFC championship game? I'd like to have our running attack against that. Hey, I know you guys love Aaron Donald, and you think Aaron Donald's the best defensive tackle in the game, and he is. He still plays on defenses that give up 5 yards a carry. Doesn't that play right into the Philadelphia Eagles? Dude, you give up 5 yards a carry against the Eagles? Well, wait till you play the best team that runs the ball. You'll be getting 8 yards, gaping holes in that defense. I like my chances, actually, on a 17-play drive. I keep Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay on the sideline. I'm pretty good with that. Okay? Steven, you shouldn't be down on Jalen. He's done nothing in this preparation for the upcoming 2022 season. He did nothing. He's ready. It's the overhyping of the media, the stupid stats, all that stuff. He did everything right. He's ready to rock. He's ready to go. Let's go. Let's go. He's ready. There's no more preparation here, except for preparing for the Lions, which they're probably doing now anyway. He's not preparing against the Dolphins this week. Jalen Hurts is putting a game plan, and they're putting a game plan together for that Lions team now. Seals, why is Carson Strong not getting any preseason snaps. I don't get it. He's probably not showing it and doing enough in practices and in the organized team scrimmages to warrant it. I find it hard to believe that Sirianni, and by the way, just so you know, the organization is dead set on Minshew and Jalen Hurts this year. That's not really a great way to coach, is it? It's not really the best way to coach. That kid, Devin Allen, I haven't seen them throw the ball to him at all in the exhibition season. I haven't heard anything. Once they let him loose, he got loose. He showed you exactly what he could do. He got behind the secondary, and he outran everybody. I was like this. Wow, okay. I mean, I'm not sitting there saying you make the team because of that play, but that was the first time. I'll tell you this. Devin Allen did more in the exhibition season in a game than Jalen Reagor did. At least there was a splash play, a plus 25. That had to be the biggest plus 25 play in the preseason for the Eagles. And it was by the hurdler. I don't know. You keep people, not you, but people in the Eagle organization keep telling me, well, Rager's in. I see Kane and Allen do more to warrant a roster spot than Jalen Reagor does. Jalen Reagor shows you some of the fundamental flaws in the ideology and how you keep players on your roster. For what? Him and Derek Barnett? Why are you here? Why are you on that Eagle? You're not good enough to be on that roster. You're not. And like I said, I think the kid Kane has outplayed Jalen Reagor in the camp. Bob says, Sills, it's been reported that Howie called Minnie about Alexander Mattson. He's 26 on the last year of his 4-year rookie deal. He has less mileage than Hunt. How much money, though? What's the pick? What's the compensation? That's what this is coming down to now. I'm not giving you Andre Dillard for a back. I would give you Andre Dillard for a starting safety. Like, you know what I would do? I would call up Cincinnati again. We go back to this again. Hey, what's the deal with Bates? I'll give you Andre Dillard for Bates. You ain't paying him. I'll take Bates. Andre Dillard's stock has skyrocketed. Would you give Dillard up for Bates? That guy's a Pro Bowl safety. You imagine having a Pro Bowl safety in 2 corners and that linebacking group and that front 7? You're going to win a lot of ball games, folks. You're right here. You're right here. Least I'd take for Dillard's a second. Me too. I'm not giving that. Dude, now that I see how many people are injured in the O-line around the NFL, Andre Dillard, not only Andre Dillard, Jack Driscoll, all those dudes that used. Let me tell you, I got goosebumps for the Eagle fans. Every one of those 5 guys that played in that Jeff Stoutland offensive line against the Browns, you could get a draft pick for. Dude, they may have to try to keep 10 of them guys. Freaking unbelievable, man. How good they are. How well coached they are. No wonder this guy was cranking out O-linemen at Alabama. You know what? I have to do more homework on him, where his fundamentals come from. Like, this guy's like Alex Gibb. Jesus Christ. He is the equivalent of Jim Johnson. Jeff Stoutland is the equivalent of Jim Johnson, the great D coordinator that was here, and maybe Bud Carson. Unbelievable. Unbelievable how well that team was prepared to play. And those 2s look like the 1s. crushed them. I mean, look at how Cam Jurgens, you know, I thought Cam Jurgens, when I heard that the Eagles drafted Cam Jurgens, I kind of smirked. I went, he's not like the kid in Iowa. He's better than the kid from Iowa. He's better than the kid from Iowa. He's better. And you're being coached by the best in the business. Look at what pro coaching does for you when you're around the elite coaching in sports. Look at the certain groups even on the Eagles compared to what that guy did. Front seven wasn't prepared. His was. Man, they get after people in Philly. They are the gold standard. Wow. Dude, your second team could start in the NFL somewhere. You could probably put the Eagles' second team in New York with the Giants and they'd all 5 start. Jurgens, Driscoll. They would do a better job of protecting Daniel Jones than what they have up there. That's unbelievably unreal to have that many guys on your roster. It's got to go to Howie too, but Jeff's got to be part of the evaluation and who he brings in. Just, and I'm going off on it because it was just the way that they played. They were grinders. 17, 14 play drives. One unit wanted to play. The other unit said, we kind of won Thursday and Friday. Screw it. And you looked at Jonathan Gannon and that soft-ass mentality. Dude, you are never going to be a defensive coach in this league with a cream puff mentality. Honest to God, man, that guy's a cannoli. He's a cannoli. You see, William, that's exactly what defense is, William. It's not a technique. It's not an alignment. It's an attitude. You want to go after somebody or you don't. Plain and simple. It's not normal to knock people out. Jesse says that Jonathan Gannon plays scared. I don't think it's scared. I don't think it's scared. I think he doesn't want to be embarrassed. Well, sometimes risk causes embarrassment. It's okay. Sometimes you get embarrassed. How many times did Jordan get embarrassed by the Detroit Pistons or the Celtics before he ended up getting over the hump, beating the Pistons? Everyone gets embarrassed. And if you're concerned about that in the NFL, well, son, let me hook you up. The NFL's a humbling game. It'll embarrass you at any moment. Any moment. You'll be embarrassed because there's great players out there. Can't be worried about that stuff. Seriously, man, you can't have one of them lollipop defenses and think you're going to have that in Philly and then go out and win 13 games. That ain't happening. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm sorry, but I don't see it. Thank you, Anthony. Guys, please hit the like button. I appreciate you guys all in here. By the way, bottom of the hour, Gary Cobb will be with us from Fox 29. I can't wait to talk to Gary because it was so evident if you watch the game. Completely agree. Jonathan Gannon will be the reason the Eagles defense won't reach its true potential. How many times do you see teams that have really great potential and all of a sudden you add a coach? Here, look at this. When John Gruden was added to the Buccaneers because Dungy couldn't get the team over the top in Tampa, John Gruden's a better play caller than Tony Dungy. He's just a better play caller. Got him over the top. Brought Jared Vicious in. Brought a couple other guys in. They brought 18 other dudes in during that Super Bowl year. Everybody goes, oh, it was Dungy. Not really, because John brought a lot of folks in. I was there. I covered the team. How many times do you see when you add a good coach? Look at Sean McVay after they fired that idiot Jeff Fisher. Jeff Fisher couldn't figure out a quarterback room to save his life. You talk about killing quarterbacks' careers. Jeff Fisher did. Do you know that Jeff Fisher, as the coach in the USFL, it's been like 10 or 12 years since he's had a winning record. He lived off of that McNair run for so long. He didn't do shit. And when they finally fired him in Los Angeles and brought McVay in, changed the entire world in Los Angeles. Look at what McVay has done in Los Angeles since he's been the head coach there. It's night and day from Jeff Fisher. Jeff Fisher ran that place into the toilet. Brian, I think he completely ruined Vince Young. Vince Young was 37-19 as a starting quarterback in Tennessee. And I'll say this to you, man. Look, I'm not saying to you that Vince has done all the things in the world to make him endearing to others, but he did win Rookie of the Year there. He did play well. Hey, Joseph, the Linderbaum kid's good, but Jurgens is better. Brown's rushing attack totally neutralized the Eagles' pass rush. Okay, and knocked them off the ball on the run. How many times did you see the Eagles' defense in 3rd and short? Almost the entire game. Almost the entire game. Look at name. We won the Super Bowl after Chip Kelly. Good coaching. Reich, Doug, Jim Schwartz. Look at what you had in that room. You had Doug Peterson, who's a Super Bowl champion coach. You got Frank Reich, who's got a winning record as a coach in the NFL with the Colts. And you got Jim Schwartz, a former National Football League coach with the Lions. All in your building. I don't know. Sounds like a lot of experience to me. Sounds like a lot of experience. And when your guys are asking questions, those coaches have answers. You know why? Because they've seen it. Jeff Stoutland, too. Can you imagine that room when you had Doug Peterson in there, Jeff Stoutland, Frank? Listen to that staff. Jeff Stoutland, Doug Peterson, Frank Reich, Jim Schwartz. Okay, that's pretty impressive.